Hi there, this is our third video and we have already discussed about how UFOs are possible and how advanced sightings of advanced UFOs are also possible without breaking our faith in God and without breaking the codes or the words in the Bible. So we have already concluded that UFOs are actual things, not just sci-fi things, actual objects created by man, not from outer space or not by any creatures or beings higher than the intellect of mankind. Now, let us move on to our third topic, which is aliens. Are alien creatures for real, or are they just part of sci-fi imagination? What if I tell you guys that aliens are for real? I believe in aliens, though I believe in God, and man is the highest creation again of God. So how can aliens be possible when the humans are the only creations of God? Remember the UFO? Remember time traveling? And remember why or what's the purpose of UFO traveling back in time? To study history, right? Now let us focus on time machine. Again, it is not sure that time traveling is possible, but let us imagine that it is possible. If we have a time machine with us today, and we put a subject, a human being, as our subject, he will be our traveler to go back in time. We use the machine. Boom. The subject vanished. We are now assuming that the person, our subject, our time traveler, vanished into thin air because with that time machine, he took a travel, or he traveled back in time, right? But what if he vanished, and what actually happened is that we disintegrated him. I mean, we evaporated him, we destroyed him, we actually killed the person without us knowing it. We cannot say, hey, he vanished because he traveled back in time. What's the proof? What's the evidence? We do not have any evidence except that if he came back. But if he didn't came back, or he failed to come back, and what if we actually killed the person? So, that only makes sense, or that only makes a point that it is very dangerous to use time machines subjecting human beings, actual human beings, as our traveler, time traveler, right? Because we will not know if the time machine actually works, if the person actually traveled back in time. That is why he vanished into thin air. So it's very dangerous to read actual human beings. The only solution for us to solve that problem is to send an observer which are not human beings. The first space traveler was monkeys and dogs, right? But when that expedition was done, the objective or the purpose was to learn if living things or living creatures can actually survive outer space. But that is not the case with this case. Our objective here is to study the past, to observe, analyze, and investigate. We cannot send animals back in time to be our observer because they lack the analytical skills, the critical thinking skills, the creative skills, and the survival skills necessary in order to function effectively as an observer, as an investigator. So we cannot send animals. We cannot also send robots because they are only programmed objects. We need actual observer who can react, think, analyze, and survive instantly. Problem though is that we cannot send human beings because it is very risky. We do not know if they are actually traveling back in time or just being disintegrated. The only solution there create another being whose main purpose is to be a time traveler and as an investigator of time, of the past. That's where cyborg technology comes in. Cyborg and genetic engineering. We can create the science. We all know science can produce anything now. So advanced science in the future can create a lot of possible things, more than the possible things that we can create today. So we can create cyborgs and genetically engineered beings who can function like human beings and who can do everything necessary as an observer, as an investigator, and as a researcher of time. That is the reason why in sci-fi world, those alien beings that we see in many shows, although they look like monsters, they look like another kind of creature, they resemble human characteristics. 2 legs, standing upright, 2 hands, eyes, mouth. Remember E.T.? Extraterrestrial being. Why? Because how come these creatures look like man, except that they don't look like exactly like human beings? Because man created them. It was the man's idea who created these beings from actual science. And the only reason they created these beings is because they cannot fit sending actual man to travel back in time. So instead of sending man or human beings, we create another being to take the risk of traveling back in time, so that if ever he travels or that thing actually travels, he will be successful. But if what really happened is that the machine disintegrated him, killed him, destroyed him without us knowing it, so it is still safe. No conscience. Science has no conscience, actually. In fact. The point is, aliens are possible because man created them for a purpose. To navigate the spaceship, to travel back in time, to investigate history, and to send back reports without risking any human health or life. Next time, we will discuss about aliens and UFOs that came from another planet or another galaxy. And I will show you how can this be possible without breaking our faith in God and without breaking the code of the Bible. See you on the last video for this topic.